Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today is the first part of a mini-series in which I will be 3D printing a several foot long dragon. Being the intensive project it is, we'll see if I can complete this in a reasonable amount of time and find out how long it ends up taking. I'm also wondering just how many new gray hairs I will collect by the end of the project. I'll keep a counter on the top right hand corner. For today we'll be focusing on the conceptual art portions, which will include the basic design and mechanics as well as the overall aesthetic. When beginning this project I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to create, but I did have some important requirements to consider. At the time I had just gotten my CR30 3D print mill and I wanted to do an in-depth test of its capabilities. Compared to most 3D printers, this one was well suited for small scale production because of its ability to continuously print. It also meant, however, that I needed to find a method in which to test those capabilities. So using an untested machine for a time-intensive project seemed like a good idea at the time. This project needed to be printed within the confines of the print volume, and portions needed to be repeatable to utilize the repeat function of the machine. I began brainstorming some ideas to figure out how I would approach this creation. I started looking up different types of mythology creatures which were serpentine in nature to get a better idea of which one I could focus on. I could do a giant worm-like creature and perhaps something more along the lines of a centipede. However, in the end I decided to go with an Eastern dragon since I believed it to be the most interesting idea. Somehow, I didn't believe that many people would want to click on a video showcasing a giant caterpillar. I guess we'll see if that was a mistake or not. Like any project I start, I had to go searching for some reference materials. In most cases, I'm just doing a quick piece, then a simple Google search will work just fine. For more technical projects like this one, I prefer to create an inspiration board, which normally includes a couple of notes. These boards help establish mood and design and help focus your ideas in a consistent design language. I can also include technical specifications to keep in mind when I'm creating the design. Hey, wake up little guy. This part is probably the most important part of creating a concept. Now, I did decide early on I wanted to do a steampunk style piece, so I started referencing industrial-based mechanical objects for this purpose, along with animals or bugs which could have some dragon-like features. Referencing actual animal anatomy is in general good practice since most mythology is based off such creatures to begin with. With the reference material on hand, I could then begin working on the conceptual art for this piece. All concept art should start off with simple thumbnails since these greatly reduce the overall production time. By not wasting time on a full illustration, I could begin exploring basic concepts like silhouette, proportions of the creature, without investing too much time overall. After having done a couple of these, I eventually settled on this design, which I decided to fully flesh out in a full concept and model sheet. Since I knew I would still need to make changes later on, I decided to go ahead and focus on the plate design since this would be crucial in creating the rest of the aesthetics. I knew that the end of the tail was most likely not going to be printed, so I left that portion a little more open to interpretation. After all this work, here's a rough concept model sheet for the design along with the rough dimensions. And yes, you are reading this correctly. It does say 15 feet and those measurements don't include the head or tail. So with the preliminary portions all completed, I can now begin 3D modeling and refining the design further, but that will be a story for another day. I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this journey and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you and take care. If you want to support this channel, please feel free to check out some of the merch on my website. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you and take care.